Hey folks, Omi Gaming here with a new Let's Build Medieval Engineers. Now, ignore the purple, it's rendering. And I don't know how much longer this series is going to go, purely because of the length of time it seems to take to load. And with it being a discontinued game, that's not going to be addressed. I've had to wait at least 10 minutes for it to load this save file. On the plus note, at least the roof's still standing. But in the meantime, I shall see even the things in toolbars not loading up until I'm bloody selecting them. Sure, they will load up once the purple hue is gone, but Jesus Christ, like. So I'll have to keep this on the one's wooden and one's not, one's stone. But yeah, I'll have to sort of see how things go in the meantime. So, this episode, we're gonna see if we can do the same with this roof as we did with the one over there. So, it'll be checking for pillars instead of probably some brickwork inside. Doesn't really matter, we can fix that shortly anyway. Right. So we have... Let's take that away. Things doubled up here. And I think I will change this to that there, so that it's similar to the other side. Right then. We need an archway. We don't seem to have it selected anywhere. Neither can, yeah, that's taking fucking ages as well to load up. Which is, if it does cost the series to be called based on, because really I don't want to be sitting waiting for literally freaking I don't even know how long I was waiting for, but at least 10 minutes for it just to load. And which has been said a few times, it's an abandoned game because the creators have decided to devote their time to more time to space engineers rather than this one. It can be fun, but it can get boring, particularly for content, because there's no real AI or anything. Captain Jack does good things with it last I saw. He has like several people, two factions against each other, and they, you know, fight. So the likes of that. Just looks silly. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Right. Right, and it's back. Now it's yeah, so as much as I love making these episodes and getting some creative freedom and stuff with the game, it's an abandoned game. It's gonna have issues that won't get addressed. And it is just all in all frustrating. Like, I don't know if I'll keep it in the actual final edit, but the game did crash. And yeah. So I've had to restart my computer. Even whenever I'm just normal closing the stuff, it's can be touch and go, whether or not it'll close properly. In fact, most of the time it doesn't close properly. It just ends up not responding and basically crashing the last, you know, whenever you hit. But when you go to the sort of main menu, it'll take a while to get there. Which is very disappointed. So I will probably keep an eye out for potential alternatives of like a medieval survival building, but I honestly don't know. Now, this is all inside blocks, so I really don't know how I can go about further reinforcing things, unless gonna go on the whim and say it's not gonna let me build there. Yeah, just can't even do that, which is also a pain. That's a mod, so its collisions just not great, which was a shame because it could. So you can't even do that because I would just get in the way of the chairs. Which, as I say, which is a shame. I'm just, you know, playing with ideas at this point. Yeah, so just notice this doesn't have the middle ones at the... Right, hang on. Okay, I see. We're gonna get rid of all the wood. And redo it from scratch again. Because it'll be set up as the same kind of method or layout as the so I really don't know what I'm calling that thing over there. But anywho, yeah, so I'm gonna read the struts. I wish there was an easier way to get rid of all this shit, but I suppose technically the easiest way would just take out the bottom ones, but oh, fingers getting sore. I'll go down the bottom after and clear up all the extra wood. Okay, now we'll tidy it up. And yeah. Oops. Accidentally removed one of the pews. Right. So, you know we get one here and here. In fact, we'll just throw it across the whole way. Okay. And there. Right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then same again this side. Get rid of that one. Right, so 3 there. Okay. I'm just going to put it across here because it's easier then to simply remove. Sorry, having to stretch all this mouse clicking is really doing a number on my wrist. It's just sort of discomfort because it's so flippin' tedious. You do really need to pay a bit of attention. Okay, and there's the room for another one of those. Supports. Okay. Oops. There we go. So now just the other side. And there we go. So we're on to throwing in the timbers. Huh. That's strange. Ah, okay. So it wouldn't let me throw in the timber because I was, you know, catching the timber that was in the stone, which is probably the same happening here. Yep. I can see this one. Okay. Right, so timber one, timber one. Same on this side. Timber one, timber one. And then we okay. Connecting there. Now we just throw wood wherever we want, because that doesn't get you into trouble apparently. That's a joke, it probably does. So maybe I'll just keep throwing wood down there. No, I'll finish this off camera and I'll come back to the finished product. So be back with you momentarily. Yeah, 2 seconds. And here we are. I'm not terribly hopeful because structurally, internally, it's pretty much all the same. So it's not like we've been able to do the same kind of stuff we managed to do with the palace, and we've not really been able to do reinforcement inside here. But you know, we'll just see how it goes and hope for the best. So we'll start with this. So one thing it did do slightly differently than it did before was this bit. Before I would have left out these trusses, and I would have just been the ones at the end going up. But I figured, you know, why not? Might as well see if it does anything. And yeah, it's a lot of hope for the best in this. But as I say, I'm not really expecting it to stay up. Like, I've redone the timber frames, but as a whole, it's just playing with me now. It's gonna collapse in a sec. Don't you worry about that. And there we go. Must just be the roof's just too big. Too tall. Not enough support. Even if it did repair it and it stayed up, it would just collapse whenever I reloaded it. Which tends to be a thing. Because I think it recalculates the structural integrity fresh or something, presumably. So it's like, oh, hang on, this roof shouldn't be standing. I know what it'll do. And then it's no longer standing. So that's critical. It's critical on this side. And yet this is light. So why is higher up critical? And yet lower down is okay. This is heavy. And I'll just fill in the gas for the sake of for the sake of that. We'll just amend one more time. Might just be I'll have to, you know, put in like a proper pillar inside. And by proper pillar, I mean one of the big blocks rather than the wee standard shitty thing that doesn't do anything. You know, like one of these. So yeah, I think days are numbered for this playthrough. Purely because the game is so unstable. It may just be down to the number of mods I have. But at the same time, it's so unstable, it crashes on load up. It crashed earlier on. Again, not sure I'm gonna keep that in the final final edit. These have collapsed as well. See, I'm wondering if That's just going to keep happening anyway. But if I happen to get these going up. Might be worth looking at. Tell you what, real quick. And I shall just hopefully quickly repair what we got, throw in some more roof pieces, and then that'll probably do it for this episode. If anyone has any suggestions of either solutions or alternative medieval themed games, by all means throw a comment, or add a wee comment with a game or a suggestion. I do read them all. Not popular enough to miss any, and although some may get delayed for whatever reason, but yeah, I do read them all. I do make an effort to read them all, and yeah. So just out of interest, get the impression it's making a wee bit of a impact, so it might be worth doing that stuff with the rest of the archways. And I'll do that in between episodes. That's where we will pick up in the next one. So, if you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I shall hopefully see you all in the next one. Peace.